Hello there everybody, this is Tamakaze007. You might be wondering what the hell this is, so let me just quickly explain it as concise and as clear as I can. This is not a part of the Danganronpa 2 playthrough on my channel, rather this is an update on it. Yet again. This game is cursed. I say that with every fiber of my being. I do not believe in the supernatural, I do not believe in curses, but I do believe in the world and the universe conspiring against me to get me to not play this game. As maybe two of you know, all of my twos of viewers who watch me play this game and have stuck with me through this playthrough, I had to take a long break from this game. I'm talking a year and some change. I will not be going into the reasons for that right now, or possibly ever. Just know it was a long hiatus, and I always wanted to come back and play it. Recently, I was very happy and fortunate to come back and play it again. And I was so excited to finally finish this game and to finally play it, not just for, posting it online, but just for myself, as I do very much enjoy this game. Fast forward a little bit, and by a little bit I mean literally one episode. I got one episode out. I was happy to do it. I had my old setup and everything. It was all crunchy and jank, and I absolutely loved it. I had everything the way that it was before, the way that I wanted it to. It was great. I had so much fun. Then, I recorded about an hour and a half more of footage for the next part of the game. I was having fun, I was making jokes, I was doing the whole kit and caboodle. And at the end of it, I saved the clip, I saved all the footage, and I saved the game. Very exciting, I know. Super exciting stuff so far. The issue was, the next day, when I went to edit it and actually get it up, the footage itself wouldn't load. At all. I'm talking, I would press it, hit play, and it would just be a blank screen with no sound. I'd realized what I had recorded had become corrupted. Unfortunately, that means I lost about an hour and a half of footage that I cannot get back in any way, shape, or form. In order to get that footage back, I have to replay the entire game. Or not get the footage back, sorry, again. In order to get to that point in the game, again, because I had saved over it, I have to play the entire game again. You could say, why not just make a part explaining, like you're doing right now, and just say, oh hey, this is what happened, here's a synopsis of what happened in the game, maybe like throw in like clips or like something else. I understand that train of thought. However, when I decided to check and test if it would, record again, the same thing happened. The footage was corrupt or something's going on, where whenever I try and record the game, it doesn't. So I didn't save this time. I didn't do that. And this is a lesson in not only, having multiple save files so you can at least hop back and like zoom through it super fast so you can get to it in a timely manner. It's also a lesson for me, or not even a lesson, it's just straight up telling me I don't believe I can record on any of my previous editing, whatever it's called, software, whatever, as I played this game originally on console. So I would sit on my couch and I would have a really jank setup to record everything, and then, go in with just what it gave me. Right, the tools that it gave me, nothing fancy, nothing special. That's why all the videos for this playthrough were always about an hour long. That was the limit, and the tools that I had were very meager, and it was basically just cutting and transitions and this, that, and the other thing. I can no longer do that, it seems. I believe it is over and done for that type of playthrough. I have decided, as you are seeing on screen, to simply get it on something that I am praying will not fail. I am now playing this on my PC, which means I had to buy this game again. And I am currently fast forwarding through everything to get to the point where I was at before. That is where I am for this playthrough for this game. And even when I bought the game and I loaded it up for the first time, I have no proof of this, but you gotta believe me when I say it. It loaded a pure white screen with just the sound effects in it. I then had to delete the game again and reinstall it. And thankfully, it worked that time. I don't know what was different. I don't know what happened. It just did that. So I am convinced that there will be further issues with this game in the future. And I am simply cursed to not finish it. However, I don't believe in curses. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I'm just unlucky. I'm hoping that my luck will finally find me, at least with this game, and I will be able to play it to completion. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to fast forward through all of the dialogue and everything in this game. I'm going to do the trials as fast as I can, but until then, it's simply just going to have to be what it is, which is just me getting there, right? And I'm going to set up multiple saves before we get to the part that I was at before, and we are going to be playing it, unfortunately, not as jank as I would want to. Of course, my channel, pretty jank, and like, you know, bozo status in general. Nothing's perfect, and it probably never will be. But it's going to be leagues better than it was before, which is kind of disappointing to me. I very much enjoyed playing this game the way that I did, in kind of a very weird yet comfortable style for me, where I didn't really have to think or do too much with it. When I went back to it, I did have to like set it all up again, but it was kind of fun, you know, to have like the bad mic and the weird like TV setup and like even just me sitting on the couch. It was kind of like, what's the word? I don't want to say like ritual, but it was kind of like the way it should have been. Like it felt like common, it felt good to do it that way. So now it's going to be an adjustment where, unfortunately, my audio is going to be clear. Unfortunately, the game is going to look better. Unfortunately, you know, unfortunately for you guys, it's probably just going to be better across the board. For me, though, unfortunately, it's also going to be better across the board. It's just, I'm going to miss that old, like, year and a half ago style of what I did, you know? But that's just me. I'm still going to be enjoying the game. Well, I can't say that for certain. Maybe the next part sucks or something, and I'm going to regret doing this. But I'm excited to continue playing the game, and I hope nothing else happens. I just wanted to make this video as just an update as to what was going on, and why, for sure, it will be different in the next part of this playthrough, as it is going to be basically just an entirely different way of recording it. So, that's pretty much all I had to say. We will be finishing this game. I am dead set on it. I very much enjoy this game. I very much love this game, even with all the complaints that I have of it, with the Trial 3 and everything, and just, like, how the game kind of controls and how it, like, pads its time. I can forgive all of that because I very much enjoy the writing, the crazy, absolutely bananas, ballistic, absolutely insane storytelling. And even the trials are good. It's just the last one I had a bit of a problem with, and like I've had a few problems with this, that, and the other thing. But all in all, it's just such a great, unique experience, and it's so utterly unapologetically Danganronpa, which is why I'll be continuing it. So I think I've said everything that I need to say. It'll be different, but hopefully it'll also be the same, right? So, until then, until I'm able to get to that part, this is the end of the update. So thank you all so much for watching. If you watched this all the way through, you probably could have gotten the gist of it in, like, you know, the first 30 seconds, maybe the first, like, 2 minutes. But it is what it is. I like to talk, I like to ramble. That's why this game is kind of perfect for me. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, I will see you next time. So bye-bye now.